This is going to be a fairly short one. Probably about 15 minutes at the most. Welcome, those of you that are in here later on, because frankly, no one's here right now. So it's just me talking to myself. So I will somebody's here. Don't know who. Welcome, whoever you are. Thank you for popping in. As most of you that come here know, this is Mike, and aka BB Gossip. And it's live eviction night, and it's been a little bit of an interesting 24 hours since the last time I did one of these. Those of you that only check me out through these little YouTube lives, I don't know who does what. I think most people listen to me on multiple ways, but there's people that don't listen to me on any ways, and are still trying to figure out what's going on with the Big Brother Gossip show. So what do I know? I'm not kidding you. Almost every single day, somebody direct messages me or asks me publicly, where's the Big Brother Gossip show? I think all of you know what's going on with that and have addressed it. But if I haven't addressed it with you, you should go to bigbrothergossip.com and read the current first post. That's where I talked about everything. It's not like it's some major secret or anything, but I get tired of re-explaining it for people that already know. So here's the big one, the big exciting message for people that don't know. Frenchie's getting evicted tonight. There. Now you've heard it from me on YouTube Live. And frankly, I think you all know that. I don't think anyone is going to be shocked. Although somebody said, what if enough hinky votes get thrown? Because I saw that Frenchie was asking for sympathy votes, and Derek Frazier promised him one. I don't think he can get 7. And it could be 6-6, which would be a tie, which that would still be fun. Wouldn't it be fun if it was a tie and then Kylan had to kick one of them out? What would Kylan do? I mean, he'd kick out Frenchie, but gosh, man, that would be kind of fun if he actually kicked out Brittany. Like, oh, sorry. I wouldn't care if Frenchie stayed another week. I would find it extremely entertaining. I just don't think it's going to happen, which is too bad. Frenchie should have tried to stay, but he also shouldn't have said, I'm not going to go against Brittany. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. It's like, dude, you should do that, because you did in the end. In the end, he did campaign to stay. Now, was he just doing that because CBS asked him to? I don't know. But he did do it. Oh, so that's my fun and excitement. Here's my fun and exciting comment. What do you guys think? Should I flip around my camera so you can watch me talk to myself while I drive? I could do that. Maybe I should just do that for a change. Just freak people out. Go, oh my gosh, Mike actually was on camera. There you go. You ready? We're going to do it, I think. There we go. All right. Here we go. The big camera flip. Ta-da! There we go. Here I am. Most of you should know what I look like anyways. But I guess there's some people that probably haven't ever seen it. So here I am driving. Look, Ma, no hands. It'll be harder. You can see how many times I watch. Now, see, now I'm not driving well, so. It is me. Hi, Sandy. Yes, this is me. I'm in a simulator, by the way. Remember, this is not really driving. I am in a simulator. It's a very good simulator. I spent years driving on Periscope driving a simulator. You know what? No, I'll stay on the interstate. I was thinking about going back roads, but no, I'll stay on the interstate. Hello there. Hello, Angela. I am Mike, aka BB Gossip. If you've never seen me before, you haven't been following me for a long time, because I have been on camera before, but not a whole lot. So I will now watch for questions now that I have flipped the camera, and you can just watch me drive. That way I'm not staring at the screen too much. You guys tell me if anything's going to rear end me, okay? Now, instead of running into someone, you can tell me if I'm getting rear ended. Anybody of you see my chart? Did you see my numbers chart that I came up with for the alliances or for people and how they're doing as far as score goes? This is me adjusting the camera so I can actually see the screen a little bit. I'm not trying to center it on me at all. Yep, hitting the brakes. Now no one's talking. You guys can't do this to me. You can't make me flip my camera, which you all twisted my arm, and then not talk to me. I also need a shave. I haven't shaved for a couple days. So I don't know how good the video quality is. Have I downloaded my podcast on my... No, I haven't done it yet. I've got 2 to post still, Angela. I'll do that. I'll try to do that tonight. Why am I scaring you, Mystery Cindy? You don't like to watch me drive while I can do this. I mean, we can go back. We can pretend. There. Does that scare you less? You liked my chart? Who needs to win? Brent. Brent needs to win head of household. Or Frenchie needs to stay and win head of household. I flipped it back for Mystery Cindy. I can flip it back again to me if she promises to close her eyes. You watch the road for your husband too? Yeah, my wife watches the road really good for me. Her foot also hits the floor when she thinks I should brake, and her hand hits the dash when she thinks I should brake. Yep. I am being very careful. I promise. What you don't see is that, of course, these cars are much closer than they appear in this camera. Yes, you're fine driving back if I want to drive there. Well, that's all well and good, but what vehicle are we taking? I'm going to be on the road tomorrow. I'm going to have to sweet talk my wife into borrowing her car. I am driving tomorrow to Columbus, Ohio. We are driving all the way to Columbus, Ohio, going to a basketball game and then driving home. I have to figure that out. Now I'm going to have to sweet talk my wife. Yes, I tweeted it out, Jessica. I'm not a Buckeye fan, though. I'm going to watch a basketball game. I think it was Jessica. Was that your... Yes, Jessica. Yeah, Jessica, I tweeted it. Yes, Angela, I decided Twitch didn't work for me one day. Right when I was ready to commit to using Twitch, I could not get connected to it. And it infuriated me. So I fired up YouTube Live and it worked right away. And it's pretty much worked very well ever since. So I decided I was sticking with YouTube Live. To be honest, I could monetize Twitch a lot easier and make some money, but I don't care that much about making money. So I'm sticking with YouTube Live. I really miss Periscope, though. Not that I made money on Periscope. I didn't. There is a way to give people money on YouTube, but I'm not worried about it. At some point, can I post who's everyone's final 2? You should look at Dolfica's chart. Check out Dolfica's chart. There are multiple final 2s for some people. You need to check that out. I tweeted out. I prefer YouTube Live as well. Just wish it was in the same time zone. Yeah, well, that I can't do anything about. Dolfica, it's Dollfica or Ficca. I tweeted her out several times. I tweeted her out again today. I retweeted myself. And that's the chart that I'm using as kind of a guide as to what the relationships are. Although she didn't have anything between Tiffany and Xavier, and I feel like they have a relationship worthy of noting. So that's the chart that I have tweeted out or that I've done. Yeah, her chart, like I said, it reminds me a lot of how my charts used to be when I would make them. Except for she does it with a hand. She does it freehand, and I would use Microsoft Paint. It doesn't need to be fancy. I don't need pictures. I need names and lines that show me connections. I need to see relationships. I find the relationships more important than the faces and that. So I can visualize the relationships much better with Dolfica's chart or Dolfica than I can with the other one. I can't think of the name. I can't pronounce the name right now. It's on my head. I don't have water today, guys. I left my water on my counter at home. Yeah, her charts are very good. When you look at her chart, you pay attention to who's in the most alliances, who has the most connections. That's what I think is extremely important. And so that I think is very telling on how people are going to do. It does not always tell you who's going to win it, but it gives you a clear indication of who has the good relationship. Obviously, only one person wins it in the end, so it can't always be right. But some years it's really telling on who's doing well. And plus, the closer you get, towards the end, the more accurate it gets. But that's kind of like everything. But I looked at it for Big Brother 15, and it was like, well, I had McCrae and Amanda in one circle, and I had Alyssa and I think somebody else, maybe Helen, in another circle, side by side. And of course, none of them won it. But what was the common denominator between those four was Andy. And then Gina Marie was just outside of that. And then what's his name was just outside of that. They were, that was your final three. So it doesn't really necessarily tell you who's going to win it, but they've all got to be kind of close to that, or else they're a floater that's getting along till the end. Like Veronica was a floater the entire Big Brother 16, and you had Derek and Cody dead center of all the alliances, and then you had Veronica out on the outside, not connected to anybody, and they just brought her along for the ride, and she was the third person. That was also very telling. The third person could also be someone who has no connections. All right, so live show is in an hour. I am stopping and picking up food for my wife and I, so we're going to cut this off pretty quick here. Light turnout. We need to improve that. Get the word out. Get people in here. You can watch it later if you came in late. Just know that, we're going to go down the country road here. We're going to go by a really tall detasseling machine, it looks like. Yeah, it cuts the corn. Can I make the turn? Yeah, I can. You won't be able to see it, though. I'll have to. Yep, all you can see is the wheels. There we go. Maybe you could see it before I made the turn. That's a machine that runs down rows of corn and cuts off the very top of the corn. Anyways, show's on in an hour, and I will tweet out a link to the TV link that I always send out, which is actually videobrother.net. That's the link I will send out, and people can watch it live elsewhere besides in the East Coast or the Midwest like I'm in. And that's it. I got to cut this off, folks, because I'm pulling up to a restaurant, and I know my Wi-Fi starts to die around here anyways, or my internet. So, and plus my throat is really dry from talking without any water to drink. So those of you that got here late, by the way, I did show my face. I streamed with the camera turned around. We'll do it right now. Here, we'll do it again. I'll drive slow. Here I am one more time. Hi. So thank you to my patrons, if any of you are here. If you'd like to be a patron, Big Brother Gossip you go to patreon.com/BBGOSSIP. You can become a patron at whatever level you want, or for $1 a month, that's the cheapest you can get in is $1 a month, I think. Or you can just listen to my CarCast, whatever you want to do. I don't care. I'm just happy to provide a service. Yes, I miss doing the Big Brother Gossip show. That gets asked to me at least once a day, at least if we're doing it or not. And I'm driving 20 miles an hour down this road that I should be driving faster, but I'm going to be wrapping it up. So hello, goodbye. Good to see you. I'm going to flip it around for the final. Goodbye. And yes, bye, Rima Vineyard. I like vineyards. Yes, happy live Big Brother night. Let's hope that the feeds come back right away this time instead of being off until midnight, until 1 in the morning my time. Let's pray for that. All right, everybody, just send out your prayers that we get to see the feed sooner. Otherwise, I'll be ranting and raving. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Take care. Thanks for hanging out. Again, you can rewind or you can do whatever you need to do to go back and see it from the beginning. I do not delete these. So we'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye.